Hey guys, welcome back to Disrespect Disc Golf. Today I'm in Lula, Georgia, checking out some of the most iconic courses in all of Georgia. Today we're going to play the Lula OG and do a course review. I can't be more excited. Let's get right into it. What a special day. After my round, I'm going to throw a billion shots and try to ace it right there.
There you go. Come on. Come on. Do it.
Let's go! Alright, so this is my very first time here to Lula, Georgia. I've been wanting to come to these courses for a while, and I didn't think I'd have the opportunity until maybe like December this year. But I was just at USDGC, and the day I'm filming right now is actually Sunday, the final day for USDGC. I know this video is going to be out way later than that, but yeah, unfortunately I couldn't be there final day of USDGC, but I'm here and I'm going to play the Lula OG course. I'm going to do the long pads today. I'm going to give it my full review and rating from the long pads. Super stoked. This course is going to be a lot of fun. Let's get into it. Hole one. All right, wherever I just walked was not hole one. Looks like 18 maybe for the other course. Looks like we have to walk kind of past 18's basket here. I see a sign on the tree now. It's painted for the OG. So also when I drove in, I lost a little bit of service, so I think there might be some parts of the course here where you're not always going to have the best cell signal. Oh, I see where we're going now. All right, got to follow U-disc to get to the tee. Once we get there, hopefully it'll be a lot less U-disc, and hopefully the tee signs are pretty good, pointing me throughout the course. We're going to say the goal's going to be 7 under par, and if I don't get the goal, I'll have to give one of you guys a disc from another round signed by Corbin. So when you come in, you're going to drive on that road and park basically to the left past that little sign right there. And that's 18's basket. So you're going to walk up this hill here through this little trail to find hole one. And you can see a long pad here and then the short pad right by those Innova flags down there. So hole one is going to be a par 3, a couple different placements. I do see a basket down there, right there, yellow band, middle of your screen. 2 shots off the first here. Gonna go Covenants from Goliath. Hit the gap with turn. We'll take the first one, see if I can get a bird. Oh, this is way closer than I thought. Well inside the circle here. Start out with a bird, let's go. Also guys, here's what the course is rated on U-disc, and stay to the end of the video. I'll give you my personal U-disc rating for this course. All right, you can see this next tee sign right past it, so just gotta be aware, keep your head on a swivel, and there's another sign right there. So look for those throughout the course, and shouldn't be too hard to get around. All right guys, hole 2. I'm just kind of going based off U-disc distances. It says 305 on U-disc, just a little bit to the left. We do have this ground that slopes from left to right though. So I'll probably throw like a mid-range and mitigate any rolls. See if I can get it close. Hold that. Kicked me, started to roll, and then a tree stopped it. Also, big shout out to Corbin, who runs another round Lula. Just met him at the pro shop before I started my round. Super nice guy, super chill, very down to earth, easy to talk to, tons of knowledge about the course. Let me know in the comments if you guys have ever played this course, the OG or the Red Hawk, and let me know what you think about it. I'm getting my first impressions right now, and definitely different than I thought. It seems like super wooded so far, but I mean, all my impressions were just like the mermaid floating pond hole and the chicken coop hole. So I actually get to see the rest of the property now, which is cool. Here's where I landed. right behind the tree. All right, so I am in the circle. This is basically the distance of the putt on the last hole. 2 through 2, same distance putt, and I made it in the same part of the basket. After you put out on hole 2, you're gonna take a left. You'll see this trail right here. Again, another helpful next tee sign right there. Take this trail right here, and hole 3 looks like we're going across. Maybe this is the road. Yeah, this is that gravel road that I drove in on. So we're going across that now. All right, hole 3 is going to be another par 3. The sign says it's 295 from the long tee, but you just said it's 223. Either way, it's pretty short. You're going severely downhill. You can see the short tee there. And then the basket is just basically just kind of tucked off. If you see these 2 dark trees right there, 1 and 2, basket is in between those. You're not really going to see it when I zoom in, but it's just right down there. I do think that that tee is a little bit short, especially with this like cliff drop off on 3. Would like to have more room, but also you don't necessarily need it, because I bet a lot of players are doing standstills and things like that. And I think kind of the trend these days is people are liking longer and longer tee pads. So some of the older courses have shorter pads, but overall it doesn't really affect it too much if it's a short course. All right, now you can see what we're looking at. There's my shot, and there's the basket right there. Probably circle 3, but it's so far downhill that this is definitely makeable. Stay up and glide. Ah, landed right at the base. That one's got it. Off the cage. After you put out there, you're gonna turn back around towards the tee. You can see the short tee up there. And then from here, hole 4 is gonna be this way. Long tee is just right here. All right, I think every hole has been under 300 feet so far. This one's 296 according to UDisc, which I'll be using UDisc distances all day. It's right there, kind of hidden, middle of your screen, tucked off just on the right side of this fairway. Oh, that's gonna play nicely. Get up there. There's definitely more room over here to the left than I originally thought. The creek kind of goes farther left. So if you do go left, you'll most likely find this long grass between these trees. My shot went here, backhand, and forehand actually went right next to it. So it plays longer than 296 or whatever I said. Two under, 3, 4. Okay, so lo and behold, I was right. We're gonna cross this bridge. And then the tee looks like it's just right there. I think that's the short. The long should be just behind it over here. We're gonna be throwing this way through this beautiful field with these trees. Hole 5 is a butte right next to this windmill. Super cool. We have an open shot now. This one's gonna be a par 4. The sign, I don't think is right. It says the basket is to the left up there. You can see from where we are, short tee. It should be past that big tree in the middle right there, past that to the left. There's nothing. However, if you zoom in all the way and look past that road, apparently UDisc says the basket is just past the road there, so that's where we're going. Cataclysm from Doomsday Discs. Well, man, I thought I pulled that. I did hug it way right. Sorry you couldn't see into that flight. But then it came back, so I mean, it's in the open. All right, we landed here in the fairway. Honestly, I ripped that. Great shot. We do have to probably split these or do something. There's also a bunch of spiders. You can see way up there, spiders everywhere between these 2 trees. The basket is basically gonna be pretty much, you see these 3 trees there, and then that one, the space in between, the basket is on the other side of the road, kind of that way. I have to just kind of go low. That's way too straight. All right, now we can see the basket, finally. Definitely camouflaged in there. All right, we started out hot, kind of cooled off now. It's good to know that there's some par fours though. Hopefully there's more so we can get some birdies. I need 5 more to get the goal. We'll see how many favorite holes I have today. So far, hole 5 is my favorite hole. We'll see if that changes. So after you finish hole 5 there, you're gonna basically tap out and then walk to your right. So hole 5 comes this way, and then hole 6 goes this way here. All right, well, we actually have a par 5 now. Hole 6, it's gonna be way down the straightaway. So again, we just came from hole 5. I landed on my drive somewhere over there. We're playing back down the same way. It's way down here. And if you go too far straight, the pond comes up on your right side. You can kind of see that windmill down there again. Once you get towards the windmill, you want to go left. I think it's maybe up in the woods. And you can see I've lost service, SOS, connection issue, but the map's still load, and you can see 730 feet going just before the pond there to the left. Oh boy, that's not gonna turn. We're gonna go channel mulligan off the drive here. There it is. Atta boy, Cam. Past the short pad, let's go. So after that mulligan, which I only get 1 per round, I feel like I'm set up in the perfect spot. I just don't know how far I need to throw it before I go left. I feel like I kind of see an opening, but you never know until you're actually up there. Oh, Cam. Okay, after that shank, I somehow landed in the perfect spot. No, not even close. I see why it's par 5 now. Fun hole design. Oh my goodness. Gotta work on those tap-ins, buddy. Still 2 under. That's cool having a par 4 and a par 5 like that. This one definitely can be bogeyed though, or worse. So I'm assuming that we just kind of take this trail up. I'm not seeing any signs yet, but I don't know where else to go. The trail goes up here, and it also goes down back towards the water. So I think I gotta use UDIS now because I'm at a crossroads. All right, looks like we are going up and to the left, farther away from the pond there. All right, we're back to a wooded par 3 for hole 7. It's like 305. So I just walked up there. There's basket placements on the left and the right. This one's on the right today. So I'm thinking hyzer flip, turnover up the left gap. And the basket is a little bit to the right of this middle tree down there. Oh boy. All right, I got through. I'm only 2 under still, trying to get 7 under. Trying to do a hyzer putt because I don't really have much. I mean, are you kidding me? And of a fox, if only putting could always be that easy. Forehand putts. All right, we're gonna turn around, look back down 7's fairway, and 8 just continues from here. Those signs are very helpful. Seems like it might be in the woods for a while now. Made it to hole 8. This one's a par 3. Way downhill, then way uphill. Right there. Land it soft and hope you don't roll. Probably a putter. We'll see. All right, UDIS says 284. I'm gonna go with a stable putter and see if we can get it down there. This is a Doomsday Rot. Sneak. Anti-skip. Oh, it's rolling. Come on, man, really? I was about to be parked. I was like about to celebrate, like finally back on the board with a birdie. And then that literally just rolled, I don't know, a good 30, 40 feet. So it kind of takes birdie out of play now. So that's super unfortunate, but it's what you get when you have sloped fairways and trees everywhere. Makes this course play way harder, but it's fun. I do like this design. I'm not hating on it. I love these types of holes, but I'm not used to it as a guy from Florida. So, but I wouldn't say it's not my cup of tea. I'm just not used to it. But it can be very punishing or very rewarding. This time I was on the punishing side of things. Also, it's like mid-October right now. The leaves are starting to fall. It's about 65 degrees outside. Feels perfect. Beautiful weather for disc golf. You can't ask for anything more. Although I will ask for a birdie here, so. Not a gimme. These leaves are slippery and they slid me pretty far. Treacherous greens here. After you tap out on hole 8, you're gonna go up here. The basket is behind me now, so from the hole's perspective, we're walking left. And looks like it's up here. Not really like a distinct sign or trail that I could see. So I did have to check UDisc for this. Looks like we're gonna climb back up here. It's gonna be somewhere up there to the left. Well, it turns out right when I walked up, Nine's basket's right there. So I don't know if this is right, but we gotta walk the whole fairway of 9 back here just to walk back where I am now. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but that's how I'm doing it. Final hole on the front 9. Hole 9 is gonna be 252, par 3. There's the basket up that hill and to the left. Oh, kick me left, kick me left. That is a putt. We'll see what happens. All right, well, Fox ended up here somehow. I'm in circle 1, straight downhill footing. Kind of need to make this. There we go. All right. 3 under front 9. I need to get 4 under on the back to get the goal. All right, 9's tee. 9's fairway all along here. There's the basket. Now it looks like we're basically going back towards 9's tee, but on this right side. I already think right there that that's the chicken coop hole for hole 12. Now on UDisc, because I had to look again real quick, it should be up here to the left for the tee pad for hole 10. So I'm guessing if that's the chicken coop hole, we must do hole 10 going left, hole 11 coming back, and then hole 12, 13, who knows, we'll see. All right, hole 10, I thought this was gonna be wooded, but we've got an open hole. It is a bomber though, 400-foot par 3. So massive turnover or massive forehand. I don't know if there's enough airspace for the turnover with these limbs and branches on the left side, so I think a lower forehand that can turn left and come back is the play here. Go. Checked up. It might have like edge of circle putt. Kind of a look from circle 3. I do not have 400 feet of power on a forehand. I think like 350 is kind of my max. 360 if I get a good one. This is to go 2 birdies in a row. Woo! All right, hole 11. This one is going to be a par 4. It looks like as soon as we get kind of up there, it's going to be a dogleg right. Par 4, 390. I'm thinking forehand off the tee. Something more stable this time. Actually, I might go the same disc. So I do need to push it straight for a while. Now that I can kind of see it up here, you need to push it straight before it fades. This says, yeah, 475. Okay. Give me a skip. Okay, that's fine. Even with that tree kick, I think birdie is still very well in play. Do yourself a favor and check out that disc that I just threw. That is a Cataclysm from Doomsday Discs. I was told it's basically like the mold of a Scorch from Discraft, but it's just a bigger diameter. I don't know if anything else has changed to the mold besides that, but it feels very similar. I'm not a Discraft guy. I don't really like their branding and their molds and plastic and stuff like that, but that Cataclysm is very interesting because it can go up to 180 grams because it is a larger diameter. There's a lot of mid-ranges that are 180 grams, but you don't really see that too much for like drivers. I think it's money on a forehand. Flips, rides for a while, then fades. And it feels so good backhand and forehand. There we are. So thankfully that tree kicked me, otherwise it would be too far. The dog leg right is here now. I see the basket now. Right there. So this is not the hardest up and down. Backhands are a lot harder with the sloped ground. The ground's kind of going this way. And I already throw on hyzer, so it's kind of just making everything go way left. So I think I need to mitigate that and go with the forehand here. Go with my Trash Panda Canyon. I think I can get this there. Beat some trees now. Beat some trees. It did. And we're parked. Let's go. I finally got a good break. Really, finally no trees to annoy me. And I don't know how I snuck through those, but I did. And I absolutely based it. So finally take advantage of a par 4 and get a birdie. So these are all the trees that I beat. You can barely fit a disc through that. But I did. And she's right there. It's been a while since I've had an easy birdie. So for reference, once I came out of hole 11, it was like way down there. So I had to walk most of the chicken coop down here. And here we are. This is actually way, way, way longer than I thought. 338 feet, par 3 from the longs. You got some nice benches here. Super cool. Yeah, this is way, way, way farther than I ever thought. I know most people do a lot of shots from the short tee, but this is still way longer than I ever imagined. 338. It's definitely a full shot with this low ceiling. All right, 20 shots later, let's get up to my drive. If you play here too, you're gonna say the same thing, because how can you not unload your bag on this hole? When you whiz your discs, you can actually hear them like echoing off of the top of this thing. It's like, boom. There's a really cool whip sound. Somehow got a decent look at it. It's closer than I thought. It was only 338, and the ground is pretty skippy, so you can push pretty far. Let's go. A little bit left side. Birdie the chicken coop hole. And before you even exit and see that sign right there, you can already see hole 13's sign just right there. So this one looks like it's gonna be a bomber. According to UDisc on my phone, it's 430 feet. Might be like a power line hole. Oh yeah, wow. Holy cow, we're going way downhill. I see a right and a left basket position. Not sure where it's at. I actually do see it now when I use my actual eyes instead of looking through the camera. But it's like just on the edge, just to the right of that pole, you can see it. Doomsday Psyop. I think fairway driver's good on this hole. Oh boy. Wow, that's a putt. That was crazy. It flipped. It barely missed both tree lines. That was like, oh my gosh, that was a scary shot. Yeah, this hole is so crazy looking back towards the tee. And it's crazy because like, if you don't control your distance, you could go way past. And if you go off this ledge, like it goes even more downhill over there. So if you can crush the disc, this hole might be hard for you. Took me forever to find this disc. I finally found it. I did not bring an approach disc, just have my putters. I'll stay. I think that's 4 under or 5 under, something like that. All right, hole 14, very awkward tee pad. If you're straight on it, this is what the hole looks like. But according to the tee sign, we're gonna be going way left. It's a par 3. It's very short, only 250. Pretty big drop in elevation as well. So it looks like from off the tee pad here, you basically just want to go through this gap. You could do a slight backhand flex with something very stable. It is a small gap, especially on the edge of the tee here, to flex something. But either way, it's going to land on that hill, that downslope. Very tricky hole. All right, I can actually see the basket, so I'm going to change my strategy and just do like a jump putt type thing, or just a long putt. Just going to be layup city all day long. Crazy to me how on the last hole I had some sort of birdie look. On this hole, half the distance, I really just had to lay up. The next hole is super tricky to find, so I had to look on U-disc. You kind of turn around back towards the fairway of the tee from 14. You'll see this sign. It's this little skinny trail right here. You really got to search for it. It took me a few minutes to find it. Had to look at U-disc and know that we're going out of these woods and back down, kind of near where I think hole 5 and 6 were. So back out to the open. Okay, I got it now. So 5 is basket, 6 is tee, and where we played those holes in the open. 5 is probably still my favorite hole in the course. Now we're going over here across the road. You can see that bridge, and the tee is just past the bridge there. I take that back. That's the short tee. Long tee is just right there. See that? These little balls, whatever fruit or whatever, they are everywhere and they fall from these trees. So at least this time of year, getting into fall, you gotta be careful because these things are everywhere and you could get hit on the head. So just a safety warning. Some of them are pretty dang big. Hole 15 is a par 4. This shot is sick. Going a little bit uphill the whole way. And there's the basket way down there. It's like 525. Should be an easy birdie as long as I land in the fairway in the middle down there. Your cataclysm again. I think even if you fade left, as long as you're like past some of those trees in the middle, then it's fine. That is money. Be past it. Okay, it's past those 3 trees. Or maybe not. Maybe it's going to be underneath. Oh boy. Could be tricky. We'll see. I think I'm like 200 feet away, something like that. Probably 180. But it does go uphill, so maybe 200. I'm going to go with this Trash Panda Canyon. Try and get up the hill there. Skip straight. Skip up there. Skip. Okay, shorter than I thought. Dang. Should have just thrown this again. No, I should not have. Got a really steep uphill putt now. This is like, if this is flat ground, it would be like a 10-footer, but it feels like it plays like 18 feet. Got it. Let's go. That's big. There's only 3 holes left to play. And if I didn't get that, I'd be worried I'd have to birdie 2 out of the last 3. But only 1 birdie left to save myself from buying a disc. If I can't do that, then one of you guys is going to win the disc. Another round stamped, signed by Corbin. There's a lot of hiking involved in this course. A lot of trails. Tons of elevation. And yeah, make sure you stretch your legs. And make sure you're ready for this because it's not super like challenging, not the hardest thing in the world. But I mean, it's a good hike. So if you like hiking and you're fit, come out here and come play. Even if you never watched disc golf in your life, if you're still watching this video, come out here and play. And I guarantee you, you'll start falling in love with the sport. All right, hole 16, looks like the shortest hole on the course, although it is severely elevated. Going way uphill here, basket's tucked off on the left side, right up there. Shout out Cade Costanzo, if you're watching this. I know you are, dude, you play here a lot. Wish you could have been here today with me, but it's all good. We got it here sometime together. Covenant birdie, here we go. No, Cam. That's so bad, dude. We are scrambling now. I don't know if this one is necessarily a must birdie. Well, it was, but next 2 holes are par 4s, so I just gotta get up and down. If I bogey this, I gotta birdie out. Okay, there we go. Not really a gimme. Wow. This little pitch and putt hole's eating my lunch. Player 2. All right, I got a birdie out. It's doable, but I don't know if it's wooded or not. It is wooded. I see 17 right there. That is sad. Sad, sad, sad bogey. I think that's the first bogey of the day. I'm sorry, Cade. That one's on me, dude. Shout you out and take a bogey. What a great friend I am. All right, 17, par 4. Downhill, then uphill again. Really cool shot. Got to hit this gap and make it somewhere down there. Hopefully push back up the hill. It's going to be either 505 or 550 from this long tee. In with that cataclysm again. Just going to pipe it up the gut. I need you to flip. Flip, flip, flip. Nope. Okay, kick down. We'll see. I think throwing this in is probably more likely. '18 is a par 4, 471. This is the basket we first saw when we came in. It's down the hill, but it's so far up the hill first, so not eagleable. 100 feet or more out. It'll be a par. All right, guys, that wraps the video up. 5 under par, 2 strokes over what I wanted, but it's all right. It's my first time playing here. I feel like 5 under's pretty good. Had some good birdies out there. Left a lot out there for sure, though. Awesome course. I forget what it's rated on UDisc. I think it was like 4.7. I'm gonna give it a 4.7. I mean, it's nothing like World Championship level, but I also can't rate it much lower than 4.7 just because of how fun the course was and how iconic it is out here. So if you've never been to this course before, check it out. I still need to check out the other one on the property. I think it's called Red Hawk. Come out here. They've got glamping. That's a pretty awesome attraction. Make a weekend trip out of it. Come out here with your friends, your buddies, stay for a couple nights, and play some disc golf all weekends, and try to ace the pond hole. That's what I'm gonna do right now. It's time to hop inside though with Corbin, pick out a disc for one of you guys, have him sign it, and then I'll tell you how you can win the disc. Check out the inside of this shop now. This place is sick. Look at this. This whole shop is awesome. So here's what I got for you. During the video, I was trying to shoot 7 under par. The goal was 7 under, and if I couldn't shoot 7 under, basically I was going to do a giveaway entailing some sort of like another round stamped disc with you signing it.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
What do you think I shot?
What I think you shot?
From the longs, yeah.
Never seen it before.
Never seen it before.
7. I don't know. I haven't seen you play like 5 under.
Yep, 5 under. You got it.
Feels about right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was tough, super tough. I'm tired.
Yeah.
A lot of hiking. Carrying this thing too, my arm is on fire.
No, yeah, having that be on. Yeah.
It's crazy. But I'll have you pick a disc out. You can sign it, give it to subscribers. Heck yeah.
Yo, what's up? We're here at another round Lula. We're doing a giveaway with Disrespect. You guys give us a follow, give them a follow us both. You get to win this disc. I signed it for you guys. This was designed by Ben Marloff in Salt Lake City at the Another Round. Super sick. Obviously, the Uncle Rico Reco is one of the coolest ones we've put out in a while, but this is our giveaway disc for you guys. Thank you guys for coming out. Appreciate you. There you go. Come on. Do it. Us! He's in it. Let's go, baby. We got it. Nice and calm, dog.